Hey guys, Tyler here, and thanks for checking out this video. And I know we are still anxiously awaiting 9.2 to drop here in Retail WoW. However, this is the perfect opportunity for us to bolster our ranks for our pet tames, for our favorite hunter. So, I have 10 new pet tames. They are all unique names and have a backstory of some sort. Most of them are going to be rare pets that have up to an 8-hour spawn time, unique looks, or even special names, most notably like Broken Tooth, which is one of the most sought after pets still in Season of Mastery. And be sure, if you don't find the pet the first go around, make sure you check both War Mode on and War Mode off. So, let's get started.
Mr. Eggplant presents.
And real quick, I did want to mention too, I have several of these videos now. They'll all be in a playlist in the description of this video, as well as at the very end if you do make it that far. And be sure and leave me a comment down below and let me know if you're going to be looking for any of these pets. And maybe if you are playing Classic WoW, have you had any luck trying to catch Broken Tooth so far? Alright, so let's go ahead and dive into number 1. The first pet on our list is going to be arguably the most famous, which is going to be Broken Tooth. So I'm actually going to tame it really quick before somebody else does. So the reason Broken Tooth is so sought after and so rare, well, first off, it is found here in the Badlands, and since Cataclysm changed the map, he now only has one spawn location, which is just south of Dragon's Mouth. Prior to this, he used to spawn just south of the fortress here, and then to the east of Alderman, and to the south of Camp Kosh, or that area on the map in Classic. The reason that Broken Tooth is the OG sought-after pet in Classic is particularly for PvP, because Broken Tooth actually has the highest attack speed in the game of 1.0. Unfortunately, now after BC, they've actually changed that, so everything is pretty much the same. However, this is still one of those pets that you don't see too often, but if somebody is using it, that means that they are an OG player, most likely, who knew just how broken this was. Because, for example, right now in Classic, it has an 8-hour spawn timer, and people are constantly camping it because it's so good to keep halfway interrupting and slowing casts of casters in PvP, particularly those pesky ice mages. So let's go ahead and go to the next pet. And coming in at number 2 on our list is going to be Lupos, which is found here in Duskwood. There's 2 different spots that you can actually find him. One is just north of Brightwood Grove, and the other is just north of Raven Hill, which is the cemetery in Duskwood. So, this doesn't really look like much. It's actually just a standard silver timber wolf. However, this was very sought after in early World of Warcraft for one reason and one reason only. Was the fact that, I think it was prior to 1.9, he actually did shadow damage and not physical damage like most pets. So it was actually able to ignore armor completely whenever you were fighting a mob, which looks like I'm glad I caught him just as soon as I did before that alliance came over here and killed it. One other cool thing is, obviously, it keeps its name, so if you are an OG player, you probably know all about Lupos. So coming in at number 3 on my list is going to be Venom Spine, which is a Ravager much like found in the Outlands. This one was actually supposed to be Death Maw, which is found over next to Dread Maw Rock, as you can see in the highlighted areas. But even still today, this pet is like an 8-hour spawn timer, and I've missed it for the last 3 days. So I have to call an audible here and pick up Venom Spine. But this is another one of those pets that keeps its name, so that's kind of what the whole theme of all of the pets in this particular video. This one isn't necessarily as cool as some of the others that you're going to see later on, but this is actually, believe it or not, my first Ravager. That way I'll just add that to the team, and it does, of course, put mortal wounds on your enemy, so maybe it's good in PvP situations to make sure that they receive less healing. So let's go check out number 4. So number 4 on our list is going to be Mazranaki, which is here in Mulgore. So I'm actually going to tame this guy really quick. This was the one I had the most troubles actually finding and taming. I actually had it killed in front of me twice Super frustrating. But anyway, so it is found here in Mulgore. There's 2 different spawn points near the Thunderhorn water well, and it does keep its name, and it does now have all these little critter pets following behind it. So if you are wanting this to spawn quicker, it is a 3-hour spawn approximately. Make sure you take out the little guys. I know they all have individual name: Haz, Raz, Jazz, pretty cool stuff. But the reason this one is so sought after is actually one of the items it has a chance to drop is worth like 2 million gold, because it's one of only 2 different mobs, one being the Rake that is just north of here, that can actually drop it as well. So unfortunately this one might be a little bit harder to find, but still a old, super cool OG pet, particularly if you are a hunter way back in the day, and hopefully you guys will add this to your collection. So coming in at number 5 is going to be Dishu, which is found in the Northern Barrens. So Dishu is one of those pets that's kind of fond for me, because this was actually the pet that I used when I twinked in Cataclysm. One of the main reasons I picked him is if you come up close you can see, I guess we'll go ahead and tame him while we're here, is the fact that it looks exactly like the travel form that you get for your druid. So I would send so many people running for the hills and running away from me as I'm carrying the flag in Warsong Gulch while twinking, because they thought a druid was running, far away, even though they did not realize that it was, of course, my pet. So this was one of those pets that was actually moved quite a bit in Cataclysm. It's only got 2 spawn points here in the Northern Barrens, one to the north of the new encampment next to the Forgotten Pools, and then one to the south nearest the crossroads. It is just a rare spawn of one of the Savannah Huntress. I'm not sure if you kill Huntress it could have a chance to spawn Dishu, but this one is very fond for me, and if you guys are some of my twink friends that are still watching my videos so many years later, I appreciate it, and I hope you guys will consider adding this one to your stable. So coming in at number 6 on my list is going to be Rakshari, which is one of the Frost Sabers found here in Winterspring. So this is right up here near Frost Saber Rock, which is actually where the Alliance can work on their Winter Saber, which is just right up there at the top. So we're going to go ahead and tame this guy real quick. So this is another one of those pets that has a unique name, so it will keep its name after you tame it. And there we go. This one isn't too hard to get. I did just manage to do it while I was here on another character on a role-playing server. But this is one of those really cool pets. Nothing too crazy about it, but like I said, it does keep its name. It's a very cool-looking model, and this has actually been in the game since Classic. And coming in here at number 7, we are sticking around here in Mulgore, which is the Rake. So let's go ahead and tame him real quick. So the Rake isn't really anything special now, other than the fact that I have found out the hard way that he drops, much like the number 4 pet on our list, a 2 million gold item that most people are trying to collect for BOE purposes for the look. Other than that, the main reason you would pick up the Rake back in the day, and even in Season of Mastery, is because it has a 1.2 attack speed, which is the fastest until Broken Tooth. And before I forget, it's found right here just to the northeast of Thunder Bluff. And number 8 on my list is Giggler, which is found here in Northern Desolus. So there are 5 different spots where he can spawn, and he is a gray new model of the hyena. Let's go ahead and tame this, that way nobody comes and actually kills it, because that has happened to me twice now while recording this video. So if you are somebody out there, you see somebody, particularly a hunter, taming a mob, don't go kill it. That's no fun. It just means I have to go like 2 hours or 3 hours later. Anyway, Giggler is a fun pet. If anything, you could change his name and change it to Ed, which would be the hysterically laughing hyena from The Lion King. I really like this one because it is more of like a role-play pet where you could literally have one of the hyenas from Lion King. So I hope you guys like this one. And new model, this is probably the newest model out of all of these here on my list. And let's go ahead and check out number 9. And coming in at number 9 on our list, staying with the hyena theme, is going to be Snort the Heckler, which is found here in the Southern Barrens, which is just northeast of Vendetta Point if you're Horde. So we're going to go ahead and tame him here real quick. So he does keep his name. It's a pretty cool name. Snort the Heckler is a great name, I think. And this is the new model, much like Giggler was. It's the new model of Hyena that was added in either BFA or Shadowlands, one of the two. But it's a nice, very clean-looking model. Cool name. Interesting color. So if you are a wrestling fan, it's kind of like Bret the Hitman Hart color with the pink and black. It really works, and it's the earliest, I believe, that you can actually get this color scheme if you're wanting to build a MOG around it or something like that. So let's go to number 10. And next on our list is going to be Terrapus, which is a purple and light gray turtle. So turtles are still really important if you're wanting to level a hunter, or if you're looking for something with a cool name, because Terrapus does keep his name. So he is found here in between Duskwood and Elwyn Forest, so perfect if you are an Alliance player that is just starting out, and obviously they do scale with your level whenever you find it. We'll go ahead and pick him up here. And I'd really like to use turtles and use gorillas, actually, whenever I am doing Torghast. So this will definitely help you if you are struggling trying to push through Torghast. There's nothing too crazy about this guy. His model has been updated, I believe, as of Mists, if I'm reading my notes correctly. So he hasn't been updated in a while, but he's still a really nice model and a cool color design. And last but not least, coming in at number 10 on my list is going to be Tak the Leaper. As you can see, he is very aptly named. So, he is found here in the new Northern Barrens. There are several different spawn points, but he does literally leap to each and every one of them. So if he's not there, go ahead and check the next spot, because more than likely that's where he will be. So I will admit, Tak actually gave me the slip. I did not realize he would pop all the way up here, but this is one of his spawn points. So before he jumps away and makes me look like a fool again, let's go ahead and tame him. So Tak is one of those pets that does keep his name as well. So now we have a Tak the Leaper to add to our stable, and this is an elite from Classic WoW. This is one that was more of like a challenge to actually tame. I did tame it on my hunter when I played through both with Classic and then with Season of Mastery this next go around. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and be sure and follow me over at Twitch at twitch.tv/MrEggplant. All of my streams now are dual streams, so you can catch me live on YouTube and on Twitch. I have a lot more content for your hunter coming out very soon, including some PvP. Going to be talking about some PTR stuff, and then we are going to be getting ready for 9.2 if that ever does drop. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.